guys, happy December. In today's video I am going to be sharing with you all a paranormal situation that happened to me a while back, and I will also be updating you guys on my haunted home situation. It is my anniversary today, my 6-year anniversary with my boyfriend, who you guys have seen on my paranormal investigations. So this story will be a little bit quick. I know he has some surprises planned for me today, and if I do not get this video posted today, which it's December 8th, it will definitely be up by tonight, tomorrow, but just keep that in mind. That's why it's kind of quick. I'm getting ready to go out on an adventure with him, and I'm very excited. So we'll start with the update. I know I have shared with you guys in the past that strange activity will happen in my home. I've done a paranormal investigation of my home and I've shared it with you all. Well, I've noticed a pattern. The activity seems to fluctuate. So from what I have noticed, basically strange things will occur and then stop for a few months and then they occur again. I think I shared with you all the bathroom mirror, for example. For as long as we've lived here, and it's been years, the bathroom mirror never opened on its own, and then when strange activity started to happen, other things started to happen, that was one thing. It would randomly open on its own. And it had never done that before, and then, strange enough, a few weird things have been happening to me, and I go to take a shower the other night, I walk in there and the bathroom mirror is wide open. So this to me is just not making sense, it's not adding up, just strange things are starting to happen again, and I'm sure, like usual, weird things will happen and then I'll go a few months with nothing happening. I'm not sure why it fluctuates, but it has been. Also, with that being said, I do plan to do another investigation of my home. I feel as though we caught some very intriguing evidence, one of which was the light anomalies. As you guys, I'm sure, have seen in my video where I investigated my home, we caught many light anomalies, aka orbs. And I can honestly say without a doubt, I do not believe for 1 minute that the light anomalies we caught were anything explainable. No dust, no malfunctions or camera issues or anything like that, because the light anomalies were so distinct. And not only that, but we used the same exact night vision camera that we used in my home at Waverly Hills Sanatorium. And I shared that investigation with you guys as well, plus hours and hours worth of footage I did not upload, seeing to how I edited the video into a small, segment to share with you guys for that investigation. So anyway, the investigation we did at Waverly Hills, we used the same night vision camera. Keep in mind, this is an abandoned sanatorium. A lot of dust, everything like that. We caught maybe 1 or 2 light anomalies the whole time we were there. So I feel like if it was dust, it definitely would have showed at Waverly rather than a currently lived-in home. So I do not believe for 1 minute that the light anomalies we caught in my home during our investigation here was that of dust or anything like that. And it definitely wasn't a camera issue, because if the camera was made to do that and experience those kinds of issues, I feel as though we would have definitely had those camera issues at Waverly for the hours and hours worth of footage we filmed, and we didn't experience any camera issues or any dust or anything like that caught on the night vision camera. But we caught all of those light anomalies in my home. So I definitely think we were communicating with something in my home that night. Whatever we were communicating with in my home, I definitely think was just trying to show itself. It was trying to communicate, whereas at Waverly, which definitely I would say is much more haunted, the reason I feel like we only caught a couple light anomalies was because the spirits there were maybe not as willing to communicate. The ones in my home were obviously here for a reason anyway, to communicate. So with that being said, I'll kind of just go ahead and jump into the Spirit Story Saturday for today's video. I just really quick wanted to update you guys on all the stuff that was happening, a thought I had about the light anomalies and how legit I really feel that they were, and how we were really communicating with something, and I think that's so awesome. And how I hope and pray that if we were to investigate my home again, we would continue to receive amazing answers and figure out exactly what's going on. So we'll go ahead and jump right into the Spirit Story Saturday for today's video. Basically, what happened was I was at a bookstore with one of my dear close friends. Her and I were exploring some of these really cool stores and shops in our town, and her and I went into this bookstore, and I was looking for a book on tarot cards. And I know you guys know I love tarot reading and I read tarot cards. So I was looking for a book on some information about that, especially because at this point I was just kind of starting with the tarot cards. We ran into two of her friends in the bookstore, and they were looking at the same books we went in to look at, which was like the tarot cards and stuff like that. And so when we went up to them, she was saying hello to them, and she was like, "That's funny, that's what we're here to look at too." And her friend, she joked and said, "Yeah, we're here to look at spooky stuff." And I kid you all not like 2 seconds after she said this, it was on the floor bookshelf, and the very tall against the wall bookshelf, like several feet behind this against the wall, a book came flying off of it and hit the ground. We all looked at each other kind of confused and spooked out, given that we were just making a joke about spooky stuff. We went over to pick the book up, of course, because we thought that was weird. We were picking it up, putting it up, and I think it was her friend that actually picked it up and said, "Oh my gosh, look what this book says." And the book was The Most Haunted Places in the Name of Our State, and which I'm not really too big of giving out a bunch of my personal information online, so, but it said the name of our state. And we were all in awe. Like, this book came flying off the wall, and it was the most haunted places in our state. And honestly, you guys, I've always remembered that story because it was so crazy. Now, am I saying that the bookstore was haunted by a ghost? You never know. It's actually quite possible. But I am saying something could have either been following one of us. I draw a lot of attachments. I draw a lot of spirits. Maybe it was someone residing in the bookstore. You never know. There are stores that are haunted, residual energy, everything like that. I just thought that was so cool. It was beyond cool. I know the Spirit Story Saturday was kind of quick. Really, nothing else happened after that. But the fact that an object actually came flying off the wall, and it was that of the paranormal, it was a book that happened to be about the paranormal, was just really cool to me. But with that being said, if you guys came across this video, give it a like, a thumbs up, subscribe if you have not already. I love new subscribers. I love supporting other YouTubers and them supporting me. But hit that like button, hit the subscribe button, comment what you think. I do plan on having more paranormal investigations for you guys, more Spirit Story Saturdays, and I would like to announce really quick, I am very excited. I should be getting a new camera very soon, and hopefully this whole thing will work a lot better. I'll have a lot of, you know, better quality videos. I'll have a lot better audio, visual, being able to focus directly at the lens instead of the screen as a whole, which is kind of, I know, a nuisance for you guys sometimes. And I plan on getting a really cool lighting piece of equipment that I saw, and these videos are about to become a top notch. So with that being said, like, subscribe, and just keep watching.